Thanks for joining us in the garden today. We are here with Jordan from Grange Co-op. We are talking about non-toxic weed killers. So the first question is, why would someone want to use a product like this?
Thanks for having me back. When it comes to your pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, what have you, there are plenty of options: organic, naturally derived, non-organic, synthetic. A lot of it comes down to personal preference. Folks might want something that they know where it came from. Maybe they want something they can smell the chemical. Maybe they want something that's a little bit safer, not as long lasting around their pets and kids. So sometimes it's the ethos, and sometimes it's just that product happens to be best for the weed you're trying to target.
Okay, so some of the products are something that people could find at their house right now.
Yeah, certainly. One of the most common ones that we've seen recently is vinegar. That's just acetic acid. And right off the bat, you can see how vinegar doesn't sound so bad. Acetic acid sounds scary. It's the same stuff. It's really good at burning out your plants. Essentially how it acts on plant tissue is the same way it can with us at high concentrations. A lot of these are non-selective, however, so they will kill a lot of broadleafs, a lot of grasses, but they're not going to discriminate between stuff you're trying to save. So you just want to be selective about your application process, make it targeted.
Okay, so then what do we have over here as far as some of these products?
Other acid options, so burnout and similar products that use citric acid. You also have things that use caprylic acid. This is going to be more from your soaps and fatty acids like palm derived and such. There's also other products that are acid-iron combinations that target broadleafs a little bit more specific, but again, they're not exactly something you can just throw on your lawn and expect to just hit the dandelions. However, they're great for use around a patio, your gravel driveways. We use vinegar in the nursery because it's something we can spray even that morning. There's no residual. There's no concern about how much protective equipment we have to use. You also have some options for the gardener who wants to make sure that nothing's coming up later, such as corn gluten meal. Might not be as effective in the long run, say, as weed barrier, but with several applications, it's going to help keep down those little seedlings coming up later.
Okay, so if someone says, you know, I want a non-toxic option, something that's safer, kids, pets, everyone that's out in the yard, how would they go about picking a product?
Honestly, the way I would go about it, because most of these have a similar level of low toxicity, is I'd probably start with what works best for you. If you've got a lot of area to cover, some of your concentrates are going to probably be the best option in getting your own sprayer. If you're just targeting this, that, and the other, some minimal gardening in between your big projects, a small spray bottle might be the good option.
Okay, and for the vinegar that we have right there, is that something that you need to go and get at Grange Co-op? Is it any different than the vinegar you'd have up in your cabinet?
Will be a lot stronger vinegar than your cooking vinegar. So it's usually going to be something labeled for cleaning vinegar. This is a 30%. I've seen vinegar options or acetic acid options, 20% or higher, is going to be effective at herbicide.
Okay, so this is something that it's a lot of information for people. They can probably just head into a Grange Co-op store, express their needs, and then you guys would help them kind of tailor a formula and a plan for their gardens.
Totally. We have several different options. My practice has always been to explain all the different products, naturally derived or not, let them make the best decision.
Okay, perfect. Well, if you want to learn more about non-toxic weed killers, head into your local Grange Co-op store, find Jordan, ask him about all of the weed killing options, and we will see you back here next time in the garden.